Good Friday afternoon, Village. It's good to see you. It is time for your Friday weekly wrap up, where we will pull one card for the collective and individual cards for those who request to wrap up your week. What did you learn? What did you do? How did it go? How do you recover? How do you go forward? That's what we're here to do today. My name's Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. Thank you so much for joining me here. Of course, over on YouTube, a special shout out to the members and the moderators. We appreciate you so very much. Some of you have been members for 4 years. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's get going. Let's get right on over to CardCam. Hey, Tarot and Stars, so good to see you. Thanks for being here over on Instagram. Let me know if you'd like a card to end your week. All right, now I am going to say a huge thank you to Audrey M., who is the first person I see to share with me the collective cards from Monday. On Monday, we pulled 3 cards for the collective, and they were the Eight of Pentacles reversed, the King of Swords reversed, and the Six of Swords reversed. We were reminded to stay in our own truth. Thank you for that. So we're going to start with a card for the collective, and then we'll get to the individual requests. Now, as we do all of this, remember that if you hear something, whether it is said to you directly or not, if you hear something that feels like a reading for you, take it as a reading for you. Whether we're talking about a collective reading or a reading that I'm giving to someone else that you hear while you're waiting. If it feels like wisdom for you, then it is. All right, so first of all, for the collective, following up to our 3 reversals, Eight of Pentacles reversed, King of Swords reversed, and Six of Swords reversed. Now the 5 of Wands. Did you feel conflicted this week? Did you have problems in a partnership or a collaboration this week? And are you doing your darndest to take a creative project forward? To me, that's what all of this would be saying. And it goes along with that message from Monday to stay in your truth, to see your truth forward. All right. Is that a resonance for you today? Let me know. Okay, we're going to start over on Instagram with Tarot and Stars. So good to see you. Here's a card to wrap up your week. The 7 of Swords reversed. What I'm going to say to you, Tarot and Stars, is you were absolutely within your integrity this week. You did all the right things, the things that were right for you, the things that were right for others, the things that were right for spirit. Well done. Our SDSS over on Twitch. Good to see you. Terry Rosario, so good to see you on Facebook. Thank you for your kind email. Of course, I will respond. And thank you for being here today. The collective reading makes sense to you. Perfect. Let me know if you would like a card today. And our SDSS over on Twitch, let me know if you would like a card. Chin Shan Chow over on YouTube Vertical, good to see you. Would you like a card? Twin 250 over on Instagram, Kathy, good to see you. A card to end your week, let me know. All right, Jeannie Mnuchin, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member and thanks for using members only emojis. Wrapping up your week with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And to me, I really feel like this is answering the health questions and recognizing that because your body is not functioning as well as you would like it to be, everything else, all of the work, all of the projects becomes harder. And that's difficult. So let's all send you some healing energy. And let's turn this right side up to welcome you grounding and healing and a return to business as usual. All right. Devin Beast, glad you like the design. Good to see you. Let me know if you would like a card. All right. Terry Rosario over on Facebook. Here's a card to wrap up your week. Five of Cups reversed. There have been this week, there have been some things, man. You are dealing with a feeling of loss. You are dealing with a feeling of disappointment. Again, this is for Terry Rosario on Facebook. We've got some loss. We've got some disappointment. We've got some difficulty. The thing is, there's also positivity. And I think you're trying to handle the difficulty, but also stay positive. And that's what you need to do. Acknowledge the difficulty, but live in the place of positivity. That's the way forward. All right. Over on Instagram, Kathy, Twin250, good to see you. On Friday, we do a card to wrap up the week, and I'm happy to do that for you. So Kathy, Twin250, over on Insta, we have the Ace of Wands reversed. And Kathy, I feel like you've not been feeling your best this week, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Things are not going the way you want them to go. And the energy is not there. And so I feel like the takeaway from this week is nurture your own energy and do not invest energy where we don't see things coming back. Oh, Devin Beast 878, good to see you. I'd love to have you subscribe. Let me give you a card to wrap up your week. Eight of Pentacles. So this week, I think you did a good job learning, figuring things out, getting work done. Some of it may have felt like drudgery, but you did a good job anyway. Hey, Girly Devil over on Twitch. Nice to meet you. Let me know if you would like a card to wrap up your week. Okay. Beautiful Gemini over on Instagram. Good to see you. And of course, Beautiful Gemini is a member on YouTube. So here's the week for you, Beautiful Gemini on Instagram. Three of Pentacles. You did a good job. You did a really good job, especially with your job. You are taking care of business. You are doing what you need to do. It's fine. And you should feel good and recognized about everything that you're doing. You're being creative. You're being professional. You're taking care of business. Well done. Hey, Christy Bull, good to see you. Let me know if you'd like a card wrapping up the week. And over on Twitch, Girly Devil, good to see you. Here is a card to wrap up your week over on Twitch, Girly Devil, Seven of Cups. This week, I feel like Girly Devil, you had a lot of options and a lot of possibilities, and you may have gotten caught up in fantasy and imagination or even in anxiety. Going forward, see the potential, but do not invest in any potential except for your own. And figure out where you want to put your energy. Okay. Christy Bull over on YouTube Vertical. Knight of Wands. This week you did a good job pursuing what is important to you, either for creative reasons, your own motivation, or to have some fun. One way or the other, it's a great thing. Gypsy, grounded in reality. That's Adrija. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Over on Instagram. Good to see you. And here's a card for you. Queen of Cups. So Gypsy, grounded in reality. Adrija, I think this week you really paid attention to your feelings, to your emotional well-being. At work, in relationship, with friends, in all things, that's important. All right, Smile Soul 20, thank you for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for being a moderator. We appreciate you. Smile Soul 20, we are wrapping you up with the Wheel of Fortune. This is good. This week, I think you did a good job to sort of cultivate favor from the universe, showing up the way you need to show up. Like you're creating good karma for yourself. Let's just say that. And I think the energy is moving in your direction. All right. Shirley Meador, good to see you. On Fridays, we do a card to wrap up the week, and I'm happy to do that for you. Shirley Meador, 9 of Swords reversed. This week, I think you did a good job not being up in your head and trying not to be all worried about things. Continue that. That is the right way to go. TJ and GA, it is so great to see you. Thanks for being here. A card for you and your daughter. Happy to do it for you. Here we go for you, TJ. 7 of Swords reversed. You're not the first one to get this today. And in its reversal, it is such a good card to wrap up your week because it tells us that you did the right thing, that you were in integrity, that you showed up for yourself and others in all the ways that you needed to. And you just have to continue to trust yourself. That's really the key. And for your daughter, TJ, 10 of Pentacles reversed. There's a lot of questions about where am I going to call home? Who is really going to help me and support me? All of these questions are showing up for your daughter right now. And I know you're there to support. And I feel like you're going to need to show up that way. And I know you will. I know you will. Dream It Possible over on Twitch. So good to see you. I hope you're doing great. Would you like a card to wrap up your week? Lumen, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. We appreciate you. Monday, you got the King of Wands. Such a perfect card for you, Lumen. You're not the first person to get this. 10 of Pentacles reversed. I don't love this. I really don't love this. I feel like this week, Lumen, there may have been some family issues, some real estate issues, some issues around money or feeling grounded. What you need to do is figure out where that issue is and nail it down, my friend. You got to find your grounding. You got to find what makes you feel okay. That's the bottom line. All right, good luck. Girly Devil, you're very good at multitasking. Thank you. Yes, yes. All right, up next, Dream It Possible on Twitch. Wrapping up your week, you're not the first person to get this one either. 7 of Cups. So, I think this week, certainly you were thinking about possibilities. But is this fantasy? Is this imagination? Is this really making choices? Is it anxiety? I think it's good to be in your head, but I think there's ways that, like, when do we make a choice and bring it into reality? And I think that's what you're coming up to, is it's getting time to make a choice and bring it into reality. All right. Oh my gosh, Girly Devil and Dream It Possible got the same card. That's fabulous. Audrey M., so great to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years, and thanks for using members-only emojis. You had the 6 of Cups on Monday, and now the Magician. Oh my gosh, healing from the past, being supported from the past, and now opening up to learning and growth and all wonderful new good things. Using your tools and your skills and your abilities in a very open way. Audrey, the possibilities for the future are limitless. Teresa, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for being a moderator. We appreciate you. Queen of Swords reversed is how you started, and you end with the 9 of Wands. I mean, I feel like getting used to this new job and figuring this out is daunting, and it's a lot. And again, I have the sneaking suspicion now that you're through school and you're employed in your field and working your way up, it leaves some brain space. It leaves some brain space for you to deal with some of your wounding and do some of your healing, which is good and necessary, but make sure that going forward, you also have time just to relax and enjoy, because that's important too. Betty Flesher, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for using members only emojis. Betty Flesher, wrapping you up with strength. This week, you did a fabulous job showing up in the right way, showing up for yourself, showing up for others, being strong in all the ways you need to, and being gentle in all the ways you need to. Because that's what this card is really about. It's about how we are strong, but how sometimes the greatest strength is gentleness. And you're doing it all, Betty. You got it. Revival of Venus. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. You received the King of Cups on Monday, starting with the King of Cups and ending with the Two of Swords. And that's the thing, is like with the King of Cups, you've got the skill, you've got the heart, you've got the strength, but there's still questions about what the opportunities are. What are you going to do with it? And I think you're trying to be at peace with not knowing, and you're trying to be at peace with decision-making, and it's not easy, but you're doing what you have to do, and that's all you have to do. Vaishali, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Vaishali, wrapping you up with Justice reversed. I think there's a lot of ways that you're feeling out of balance, and maybe some ways you're feeling treated unfairly, but I wonder if some or a lot of the unfair treatment is actually coming from yourself. And if there are others treating you unfairly, do not be afraid to stand up for yourself strategically. Pip, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We're going to do you, Pamela, and Pamela's daughter. Your Monday card was the 10 of Cups reversed. So Pip, you started with the 10 of Cups reversed, and now the Lovers reversed. And I think a lot of this is about figuring out in all relationships, family, romantic, friend, client, all the relationships, what works and what doesn't, how to ask for what you need, how to say goodbye to what you don't need. And so I think you're really figuring out relationships in a very deep and spiritual and nuanced way, Pip. Okay, at Pip's request, I'm still going to do Pamela and Pamela's daughter. Lumen, I did you. Yes, you did miss your card. Go get it and let me know what you thought, because I do remember I didn't love it for you, so definitely let me know what you thought. And Audrey, I forgot to say the name of the deck. This is Hanson Roberts Tarot. It's a classic. I've been through more of these than I could even imagine. And this is its normal size. This is its large size, so that's kind of fun. Okay, Pip, I am now going to do Pamela, and Pamela is a member here. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Pamela, there's a cycle that is repeating and you don't like it. This week, I think you paid attention to the cycle, you're aware of it, and you're trying to remove yourself from it, and that's appropriate. for Pamela's daughter. The Five of Wands reversed. I think this week you're going to recognize that you catch more flies with sugar rather than vinegar. And if you need help, you don't want to antagonize the people who could help you. Just saying. Oh, Tarot and Stars. I have about 5 of these. Yeah, this has been a professional deck for me. I don't use it professionally anymore, except for just here. But it is one that, I really enjoy. It is a classic. Mary Hanson Roberts was a fabulous artist. And it was one of the first weight clones. RSDSS, does the meaning of the same card vary depending on the deck? We could talk about that for hours. It really depends on the reader and the reading. Technically, it shouldn't. But for many people in many situations, indeed it does. Indeed. All right. Mix you here. Michelle, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You're asking for Barbie Bird as well, and Barbie is also a member. We appreciate both of you. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Monday, you had that 7 of Swords reversed. And you're still in that same energy. Mix you here. It's about integrity, communication, and open-mindedness. But open-mindedness does not mean being open-minded to BS. And that's the way that is. So mix you here. You're doing what you need to do. Barbie Bird, you're walking and you're here. Okay, good. Barbie, thanks for being a member. You had the Sage of Cups reversed. So that's like the King of Cups reversed. And Barbie Bird, you had the King of Cups reversed and now the Ace of Cups. So Barbie, I have been predicting that your love life is about to pick up in some really great ways. And this continues that prediction. Whatever you did this week, you are really cleansing your heart, opening your heart to all good things in life, not just romance, but yes, also to romance. So it's a good thing. Golden-eyed Basilisk, good to see you over on Twitch. Here's a card for you. On Friday, we do a card to wrap up the week, and I'm happy to do that for you. Okay, Golden-eyed Basilisk, the Emperor. This week, you did a good job. You did a good job showing up, being responsible, doing what you needed to do for other people and in your commitments to other people. So all of that feels really stable and good. And I think you're working to build your own stability and your own community. And that is a beautiful thing. Lynn Boutwell, it's so nice to see you over on Facebook. Would you like a card to wrap up your week? Please let me know. Golden-eyed Basilisk. Yeah, that's refreshing. Got it. Yeah, absolutely. Elma Lopez, let me know if you would like a card to wrap up your week. Yeah, feels like a pat on the back for a hard week. There you go. I think that's one of the reasons we gather on Fridays, to get that pat on the back from the universe, right? It's a good thing. Oh, make sure you downloaded a queer dating app. We are definitely crossing our fingers. Come back tomorrow and let's talk about it. Everyone, on Saturdays, tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern Time, I'll be back on doing your Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you can ask specific questions. So please come back for that. All right. Melissa Grosso, so good to see you. Thank you for being here. And I am so glad that you enjoyed the lounge event and the Afterglow yesterday. Medium That Rocks, who's a member here, was leading it. She did a great job. Thank you so much for that. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And so Melissa. Oh, and Medium That Rocks, did you hear us talking about you? I have gotten so much good feedback, Medium That Rocks, from your presentation in the StaarCon AfterGlow last night. Thank you so much for doing that. Excuse me. Okay, Melissa, here we go. We started with the world reversed. This is for Melissa Grosso. So good to see you. Started with the world reversed. And there was a powerful message about your perception of the world versus the reality. Right. So, Melissa Grosso, you started with the world reversed and end with the Two of Cups reversed. Root chakra, root chakra, root chakra. Seriously, Melissa, I feel like either this week you started doing good root chakra work, or whatever happened this week made us really understand how important, like I'm going to say the 3 lower chakras, 1, 2, 3, red, orange, yellow, root, sacral, solar plexus. That's where your energy needs to be. Seriously. And ground yourself in that, and everything will emanate from that. Yeah, Medium That Rocks. I've gotten it was just last night, and I've gotten such good feedback on it. So that's fabulous. Medium That Rocks, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You had the 8 of Wands on Monday, and now the 9 of Cups. Like, that is how good your life can be. 8 of Wands, spirit is moving and energy is flowing. 9 of Cups, your wishes are fulfilled. Now, I'm not saying that was your whole week, but I think you had moments this week where you saw how good it can be. Elma Lopez, this is for you. Elma Lopez, here we are, wrapping up your week with the 9 of Swords. I think this has been a hard week for you. I think there's something bothering you. There's something on your mind that is upsetting or hurtful to you. And so this week, I feel like, you've been up in your head, and it's really time for healing. And let's all send you some healing energy. Febborn, so good to see you. You are up next. Glad you're here. Page of Wands is what you got on Monday. And now the Lovers. Febborn, you are doing so well. Febborn, you are doing so well. Finding your integration, figuring out who you are and how you want to show up. And every good thing will come from that. Very well done. I have to say a huge, huge thank you to Gen Xers. Just walk it off. Gen Xers, thanks for being a member, and thank you for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate your kindness. Thank you, thank you. Nalini Kalu, you are up next. Thanks for being here. Your Monday card was the King of Wands. I loved it then. I love it now. Let's see what we follow it up with. So, Nalini, the devil is in the details, isn't it? So we started with the King of Wands, which is fabulous, but we end with the 4 of Cups. You have all of that energy. You have all the creativity. You've got all the possibility. But it's hard for you to know how to implement it. And so figuring out how to take that energy and implement it, I think, is what you've been thinking about. Keep thinking, you will figure it out. Gen Xers, I see your request and you are in the queue. Okay. And Elma Lopez, I already did you, so you're good. Lisa E., here we go. Good to see you. Lisa E. Monday had the 4 of Pentacles for you, Lisa E. And now Temperance. And so I really feel good about this. Because on one hand, you're taking care of yourself, but on the other hand, you're building something bigger. So you're like, good foundation, now open to all the possibilities. Got the bills paid, what can I do next? It's a nice opening creative energy that we see here for you, Lisa. Now for Jenna, Queen of Swords reversed is how we started. And Ace of Wands. You want to find your creativity. You want to start your journey. You want to have fun, but there's some realities that are hard for you to deal with. And that's hard, but you're doing it. GM Marcus, good to see you. Absolutely, yes, you are in the queue, and I will absolutely get to you. Thanks for being here. All right. 64, Amy Penn, good to see you. Your card on Monday was the Moon reversed, and now the Four of Cups. So here's the thing. You see the truth. You don't necessarily like what you see, but you see the truth. And I do think that there is something there about being a truth seer, and just sit with it and you'll figure out what to do next. Gianna, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Queen of Cups reversed. Gianna, I think there's a lot going on that is making you feel not happy or not well grounded in your emotions. It's really important for you to find that grounding and that sense of happiness going forward. That's what you got to be looking for. Christina, good to see you. This is Christina R. So glad you're here. We're going to do your mom, Karen, and your sister, Kim. Here we go. And thank you for being the family representative at these village gatherings. We really appreciate you. Okay, so Christina R. You started with the Two of Swords reversed, and you did reach out to me. The job search has been difficult. But you will find what you need, and I know it's hard for you to believe that, but you must believe it. You will be able to work in your field. Even if you're not doing it right this minute, you will be able to. Now, Karen had the 10 of Swords, and now the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like Karen may have had some internal or external transformation this week that has allowed her to find a new grounding that gets rid of a lot of the unnecessary internal chatter. Now for Kim, we started with the Four of Pentacles reversed. And now the Seven of Pentacles. It is a long, hard journey. A long, hard journey. But, you'll get there. You're getting there. You'll get there. Rebecca Dusk, it's so good to see you. Yeah, you're in the queue. No problem. No problem. Glad you're here. Jenna Perkins, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Eight of Wands reversed, and it was a tough week. I'm so sorry. But now the Eight of Wands, it will correct. It's been hard, but the energy is already correcting. So allow for the correction. Allow for the flow to come in. All right. Joanne Ellis, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hang on one second. Okay, got you. Once again, you were right. Now I'm trying to transmute my anger. I am so sorry. But you're not telling me what the card was. You're telling me the card was right, but you're not telling me what the card was, but that's okay. Here is your wrap-up card. Okay. Here we go, Joanne Ellis, wrapping you up with the Ace of Pentacles. And this is interesting because you said maybe my weekend and work will help give me better days. It will. It will. And what you're saying is you're trying to transmute your anger. You're seeing stuff and you don't know what to say about it. But you're finding your grounding, and your grounding will help you. So not to worry, your grounding will help you. That's the bottom line. You're okay, and you will be okay. Not easy, though. Sorry. Renata, over on Instagram. Good to see you. Here's a card for you. 9 of Wands. So this week, I think you showed up, you did what you needed to do, but I don't think it was easy. And there's a lot here about putting a focus on healing, whether that is healing of body, mind, or spirit. It's really about healing. Okay, baby cakes, good to see you. Thanks for being here. The week flew by so fast. Now the days are flying so much faster because the summer is almost over. I remember that so well. August in the Northeast, I remember it so well. And that's why I live in Florida now, quite frankly. Okay, baby cakes, wrapping up your week. 7 of Swords reversed. This is stalking us in a good way. I love this. I love this. So, baby cakes, what you need to know is you showed up perfectly this week. You showed up for yourself. You showed up for others. You showed up in all the ways you need to. And you did it with integrity. So just keep doing that and you're good. Oh my goodness, everyone. Frank Kwiatkowski is in the house. Yay. Frank is here on Facebook. And guess what? He is going to be joining me for a live stream next month. So if you don't know Frank, you're going to be meeting him. Okay, Frank, here is a card for you, wrapping up your week. Justice reversed. There is something that is feeling out of balance in your life. And this is not really saying what to do about it. It's acknowledging it and sort of saying, okay, you need to acknowledge the lack of balance. That's real. But at the same time, you need to figure out how to be fair to yourself. Is there a situation where you have sort of allowed yourself to feel where you have entered a situation where now you're not feeling treated fairly? Sometimes we sit with it, sometimes we don't. You need to figure out which is which for you right now. Do you say something or do you keep your mouth closed at this time? That's up to you to figure out. But you are sitting with a feeling of being treated unfairly. That's the thing. All right. Divine timing. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Divine timing, wrapping you up with the Page of Swords reversed. This may have been a tough week for you. Communication may not have been good. You may have found that your mind was not really open to what you needed to be open to. And so let's turn this right side up. And as you go forward, really work on better communication and being open-minded. That's the key. All right. LP, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. You don't remember what your card was on Monday, but you think it was a good one, like the Star or the Sun. That's what I think too. And so wrapping you up, LP, with the 8 of Swords. So whatever good one you got would have been great, except you got all this anxiety. I think this week, like if you look back at this week, you could take note of very specific ways that anxiety popped up and held you down. Once you see it, you can maybe do something different. Christine Hallowell, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. You started with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, I remember. And what a good job you did turning that bad boy around. Because even though the Wheel of Fortune reversed is not our favorite, you ended in this really beautiful place of leadership and open-heartedness. So you did a good job turning the energy around this week. Martha Vink, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. And thanks for using members only emojis. You get justice right side up. You are trying to do the right thing, and that's the thing you need to remember. You are trying to do the right thing. You are trying to do the right thing. You are trying to do the right thing. Remember that, and all will be well. Lynn Collin, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Wrapping up your week with the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Lynn, if you had the week off, I'm not worried. If you've been working this week, I am a little worried that there has been more effery at work, or that there is something else going on in your life that is not working the way you wanted it to in this moment. So the bottom line, the question is, what's not working? That's what you got to figure out. Juby Wright, good to see you. You are coming up soon. RSDSS, yes, I have. Thank you. And yes, I am. I just have to set it up. All right. DH, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Monday, the 9 of Swords, and now the Hierophant reversed. So I think you did a good job turning that energy around. And I feel like, DH, you are coming to a place where you are recognizing your uniqueness as an individual. This is not a one-size-fits-all world. And you are figuring out that you can create the world that works best for you. You're figuring out how to be yourself in the world. That's what I think. All right, Carolina McMahon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Carolina, Page of Wands reversed. It's called rods in this deck, but I always say wands. I don't think you had the conversations you wanted to have this week. I think there was some information or some conversation you were expecting this week that did not happen. And I think that's really frustrating, but let's turn it right side up to open the door to better conversations going forward. Juby Wright, we promised you were coming up and here you are. Thanks for being a new member. We really appreciate you. Juby, this is for you. Temperance reversed. It's not reversed. Why did I say reversed? I don't know. Erase the reversed part. Just Temperance. We're going to keep it this way. Temperance. Did you know Temperance is my favorite card? This week, you did a great job finding your balance and solving problems using creativity and spirituality and patience to solve problems. Well done. Heather Roberts, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. This is for Heather Roberts, wrapping up your week with the Six of Pentacles reversed. I'm not sure where I want to take this. I sort of want to say you did a good job holding your boundaries this week, and that may have been difficult, but you did it. That's where I really want to go with this. However, there may also be ways that you're recognizing some limitation of resources, whether that's time, money, energy, whatever. It is important to have that clarity. Candy B, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. We're going to do you and Marlon. Okay. On Monday, you had the Nine of Wands reversed. And now you have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Two reversed nines. What that tells us is you are figuring out like what your breaking point is. You are figuring out what works and what doesn't, what makes you feel secure, what makes you feel insecure. But with those two reverse nines, you're getting fed up with some certain things and you need to kind of deal with that. Now, Marlon had the Lovers. And now the Ace of Wands. So Marlon, I think this week you are open to new ways of doing things, new communication, new collaboration, and new energy. Always a good thing. Hey, New Beans, good to see you over on Twitch. Let me know if you'd like a card to wrap up your week. Theranaya, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, Theranaya, here is a card for you. 3 of Swords reversed. Theranaya, you did a good job being open to healing and embracing healing this week. Whether healing of mind, body, or spirit, I do not know, but healing. Lynn Collins, you did work this week and you had a good week. There are those who will be annoyed by that and are apt to effery when they find out. Got it. Be prepared. Be prepared. Glad you had a good week, Lynn. It's good to see you. New Beans over on Twitch. Here is a card to wrap up your week. 2 of Swords reversed. There's something here that is stealing your peace. This week, you may have been grappling with a decision or dealing with something that doesn't sit right with you and you're not sure what to do with it. If you have options here, you're going to have to make a decision. If you don't have options here, you're still going to have to find a way to process this. Okay. Gen Xers, just walk it off. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being a member, and thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate you. Here is a wrap up for you, Gen Xers. 9 of Cups reversed. There is something this week that you were not satisfied with. Figure out what it is and what you have to do to change that. Is it just decide that it's good enough? Is it do something different? I don't know, but you need to get to a point of your satisfaction. That's what matters. Okay, and GM Marcus, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Welcome to our community. Oh my goodness, that was a rift in your community. I am so sorry. That's hard. That's really hard. Okay, GM Marcus, wrapping up your week, and thanks for being here, with the 3 of Pentacles reversed. This could literally be a job problem, or it could be something in your week, in your life, that is not working the way you want it to. We are seeking solutions, and you are empowered to find those solutions. Rebecca Dusk, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Here is your wrap-up card, a wrap-up for Rebecca Dusk. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. Rebecca, this week there really has been some anxiety, some things that maybe are upsetting. Maybe you don't know what to do or how to move forward. Take a breath and figure out how to reprocess it so you can find your opening and find your way forward. Lily, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members only emojis. You started with the 2 of Wands reversed and now the King of Swords reversed. There is this real question, and it can be among friends, family, vendors, clients, customers, whoever you're dealing with. Who do you trust and who do you not trust? And if someone has proven themselves to be untrustworthy, see it. Even if you continue to deal with them, know this about them. That's the key. Joyous Ocean is at the beach, exactly where Joyous Ocean should be, right? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We're going to do wrap-up cards for you and Jada. And thanks for using members only emojis. Starting with you, Joyous Ocean, 7 of Pentacles reversed. Sometimes taking time off is the best way to make the money you need. Maybe you figured some of that out this week. It's all about balance. And for Jada, 4 of Swords reversed. There's a lot here about getting busy. Like, I think the message is similar for both of you. Work hard, play hard. Work hard, play hard. A penny for your thoughts. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year and a moderator. Wow, lots going on. Your car is totally trashed. Invited to join an organization, got through the first week of school. All right, lots of things here. Penny, you did fabulously. Every single thing you handled this week, you handled with wisdom, with patience, with balance, with intelligence, and with grace. Well done, Penny. All righty, who's next? Yeah. My friends, it is last call for readings. If I accidentally missed you, it is never my intention to do so. If you're just getting here, you're going to want to ask for your card right now because indeed, it is last call. I will be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time with your Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you can ask anything you want. Bring me some juicy questions. I have openings for readings a little bit today, definitely tomorrow, definitely Sunday. And on Sunday, we have our members only live stream to record the tarot scopes for September. So if you're a member, the link is already up. Please do join us for that. So Saturday Psychic Sampler tomorrow. Members only recording of the tarot scopes on Sunday. And book your session with me. I have openings. My friends, I want to thank you so much. Thanks to the members, the moderators, the new subscribers, people helping out with super chats and super stickers. I'm looking at you, Gen Xers, just walk it off. Thank you so much. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great Friday. Take care.